Hey, what's up guys, Matt from Measure HD here. Today I will be reviewing the EVA Air 777-300ER in the old livery by JC Wings in a 1 to 200 scale. Please check the description in case you missed anything throughout this video. My Facebook, Twitter and Instagram links will be down there. I pre-ordered this from wafflecollectibles.com. Their link will also be down in the description. This is my 45th 777 model and it's my 6th EVA Air model. Some information about EVA Air. The operation space is out of Luzhu in Taoyuan City, Taiwan. Main hub is Taipei Taoyuan International Airport. Focus cities are Kaohsiung International Airport and Suvarnabhumi Airport, which is in Bangkok. They were founded on the 8th of March 1989 and their fleet as of the 16th of March 2017 consists of 75 aircraft. 31 of which are 777-300ERs, with 5 unfilled 777-300ER orders. They serve 74 destinations worldwide, including cargo, and their current 777-300ER routes are from Taipei Taoyuan International Airport to Amsterdam Schiphol, Bangkok, Beijing Capital, Cebu, Chicago O'Hare, Fukuoka, Hangzhou, Ho Chi Minh City, Hong Kong Chek Lap Kok, Houston George Bush Intercontinental, Jakarta, London Heathrow, Los Angeles, Macau, Manila, New York JFK, Osaka Kansai, Paris Charles de Gaulle, San Francisco, Sapporo New Chitos, Seattle Tacoma, Shanghai Pudong, Shenzhen, Singapore Changi, Toronto Pearson and Vienna via Bangkok. This aircraft's first flight was on the 15th of July 2008 and delivered to EVA Air on the 24th of July 2008. The Boeing customer code for EVA Air is 5E. Okay, so let's take a look around the box here. So we have EVA Air, picture of the aircraft, and Boeing 777, scale 1 to 200. On the back, it's just green, but we have the warnings and JC Wings logo at the bottom. Top of the box, so there were 2 in this release. There was the one with the Chinese writing, which has the registration B16707. I didn't get that one, but I got this one, B16712, which has the Chinese writing, the additional bit. I like it. You know, it's I don't even know why they removed it before they brought in their new livery. Kind of like what Air New Zealand did. It's like an icebreaker towards the new livery, but you know, there's no point in doing it really. And there's the model. Alright guys, the model is now out of the box, and we're going to start at the cockpit windows on the port side. Alright, so with the cockpit windows, window wipers, pitot tube static ports, the Star Alliance logo because EVA Air is a member of Star Alliance, which is a group of 27 airlines. Also got part of the registration there on the gear door. Registration number there, B16712 or Bravo 16712. Chinese writing. EVA Air titles. The inboard landing light, which you can just see above the engine. Now keep in mind that this is the previous JC Wings mold, which is still very detailed, and the changes, the differences were in this one, I believe, the APU, the tips of the wings, which is that's only slightly different. It's almost you can't tell the engine and the gears. So I'll show you and tell you which I'll tell you the differences as I go along them, but it's only because this was, it was either an early 2016 or a late 2015 release. That's why it has the older mold, but it was the reason I'm reviewing it now is mainly because I had some other models that were holding up this one because they released quite late. Okay, so there we have the General Electric GE90-115B engine, the G90 logo on there of course. Now you can tell straight away, it's a very detailed engine, but you can tell straight away that it's slightly too small. The height, it's the actual circumference of the intake, should be bigger, and same goes for the nacelle. So it's not as detailed. There aren't as many details, but it's still a great looking engine. I mean, it's far better than JC Wings or Gemini Jets' competition. Okay, now there's a nice look inside the engine. It's very detailed, even though, I mean, the detailing inside the engine really hasn't changed, apart from the fact that they've made the intake bigger. Just basically they've made the fan blades longer, but apart from that, the detailing inside is exactly the same. The engine's straight. There's the landing lights. I'll straighten this nose gear. Just check if there's any taxi and landing lights there. No. If you did see my last two reviews, which were both 777-300ERs in the new mould, they're just fantastic in the new mould. Engine straight, landing light. You know, that they added the realistic looking landing lights on the wing, and engine's much better. The gears detailing is better, but the tilting is not. That's the problem. The tilting actually got worse. Red navigation light and the strobe light. And back onto the fuselage. Boeing 777-300ER, Evergreen Group, because that's the parent company of EVA Air. Registration number and the EVA Air logo on the tail. Now, I did mention that APU. This one, they're almost exactly the same. It's very, very hard to tell, except for the fact, oops, there we go. Except for the fact on the older one, it's more rounded. The back of it here, the back of it's more rounded. It's more sharper on the new one, which is correct. But it's very hard to tell if you don't take a minute to look at those differences. There's a bit of paint that's come off the end there. That's where the strobe light would be. I should probably do another comparison video. I need to do one for the A340s and 747s, but I should probably do one for the new and old JC Wings and Gemini Jets mould, because there are some key differences, and it might be better just to actually show you side by side rather than telling you and you having to go to different videos. It could be better just to, you know, put into one video, but you know, save that for another day. Anyway, now on the starboard side we have the cockpit windows, window wipers, pitot tube static ports, Star Alliance logo, 1-2, put the registration on the geared door, registration number, Chinese titles of, let's say, EVA Air, front cargo container door, EVA Air titles, inboard landing light, the GE90 engine, the wingtip, we have the green navigation light and the strobe light. Now onto the fuselage, we have the rear cargo container door, bulk bin door, Evergreen Group titles, Boeing 777-300ER as well, registration number, and then the logo on the tail. Oh, by the way, just before I get to the bottom of the aircraft, some of you may be wondering why I now have two of these, because I got two of the Hello Kitty EVA Air ones. One was Phoenix, one was JC Wings. Obviously JC Wings was better, but I've got two in this livery now, reasoners. One was the in-flight, now this one's JC Wings, and JC Wings is better. So I really wanted one at the time, and in-flight were the only ones who had it. So I had to get it from them. But I also have the new livery from JC Wings, which I'm very happy with. So I virtually don't need any more EVA 777s. Okay, now I've got the nose gear, gear doors, some markings for antennas and other things. Couple of naked darks, antenna there, you can just see it's green. Anti-collision light, hole for the stand, main gears and the gear doors. I'll get to the gears later when I put it on the stand. Underneath the wing, flap slats, ailerons. There's the fuel dump valve. Underneath the engine, underneath the engine detail doesn't look any different. It's the fact that they added the translating cowl markings. Same on this side, but with the registration number. Continuing down, we have a couple of antennas right there. Tail skid, and then the APU housing. On top of the aircraft, cut for emergency tabs, anti-collision light, another emergency tab, antenna, emergency tab, ADF antennas, the over-wing emergency exits, and the no-step markings on the wing, flap slats, ailerons, and spoilers. Loving that raked wingtip. It's always a very nice sight for me. Okay, we have the SATCOM, emergency tab, a couple of antennas, and we come down to the horizontal stabilizers. 2 grey dots on each one at the leading edges, and they are the logo lights that light up the tail at night time. Okay, now we'll go through the seating of this aircraft now. So we have 4 versions. Bear with me if you can, otherwise just sort of skip it. Version 1, Royal Laurel, 38 flatbed seats, rows 1 to 3 and 5 to 11. So that is from here to here. They're generally all the same, but I will go through them as quickly as possible. Elite 64 recliner seats, rows 20 to 27. That's from here to here. And economy 211 seats, rows 45 to 57 and 60 to 71. That's from here to the back of the aircraft. That's for a total of 293 seats. Version 2, which is this aircraft. Well, I believe. Royal Laurel 39 flatbed seats, rows 1 to 3 and 5 to 11. So that's again the same place, here to here. Elite 56 recliner seats, rows 20 to 26, roughly the same place again, here to here, and here to the back. The aircraft is economy, which is 238 seats, rows 45 to 58 and 60 to 73. That's a total of 333 seats. Version 3, Royal Laurel 38 flatbed seats, rows 1 to 3, 5 to 11, same place. I'm not actually going to show you that one anymore. Elite 64 recliner seats, rows 20 to 27, you know where that one is. And economy 221 seats, rows 45 to 57 and 60 to 72, total of 303 seats. Version 4, Royal Laurel 39 flatbed seats, rows 1 to 3, 5 to 11, again you know where that is. Elite 56 recliner seats, rows 20 to 26, same place again. And economy 258 seats, rows 45 to 58 and 60 to 73, total of 353 seats. Alright, now we got that big pile of words out the way, or information. We'll move on to the features of this model. So landing gear rolls, they all roll very freely. That's the major benefit of these older gears. These aren't the old gears, but these are the previous version that went with this mold. They tilt very well, nose gear swivels. The only details that are missing usually are the nose gear, landing and taxi lights. And also then they added the detail to show off the hydraulic actuator, you know, where the gears rest. They've got the hydraulic actuator in front of the strut. Well, they added that on the new gear mold, but what that did is that limited its actual tilt, so you couldn't get a realistic landing gear. You know, when it's coming to land, you couldn't get the realistic tilt. These ones did tilt too far, but you can obviously stop it in between. Now I'll show you what I mean. Here is the stand. So EVA Air 777-300ER, scale 1 to 200. Nice wooden base, blue film, just remove that. Alright, and we have padding on top of the stand so you don't scratch the model underneath. Right, so the gears are magnetic, can be easily removed. Right. And when you want that in the in-flight position, there are gear doors here to use if you wish. Now what I was saying about that tilt, as you can see, it does tilt too far if you tilt it to its maximum, but there is you can find it in between roughly. It's about there somewhere. It's about halfway between the amount of tilt that they give you on these gears and the parallel with the fuselage. So once you find that middle point, it looks good. Well, the other one's sort of not cooperating as well. I'll probably do a bit off camera. But as you can see, that's what I'm talking about. And that's the reason why I prefer these gears in that way over the newer gears, although I do like the look of the newer gears because they look more realistic with the detailing. But you know, JC Wings Overtime should fix it, and I hope they do. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did. Comment, tell me what you think of this model, tell me if you're going to get it. I would recommend it if you don't have one just yet. It looks fantastic. I'm still not completely sure the new livery beats this one, because this one is very classic. It looks very nice, and it was kind of sad to see it go because it does look great. Subscribe for more, share this video as well so other people can know about it and see if they want to get this model. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.